It's a new chapter in the SEC for a few different reasons. Yes, there are two new teams, and we'll get to them in a minute. But for the first time in 18 years, Nick Saban will not be on the Alabama sideline. The good news for his successor, Kalen DeBoer, is that Alabama still has plenty of talent led by returning starting quarterback Jalen Milroe. Alabama won 12 games last year, and Milroe was the starter for 11 of them, including a miraculous last-minute win over Auburn and a win over top-ranked Georgia in the SEC championship. His leadership has been evident since his days at Katy Tompkins High School in Texas.
I feel as though I'm team first type of quarterback, lead by example type of quarterback. But as far as on the field, I feel as though I'm pass then run. I feel as though the ball can get there before my legs. So that's why I'm more pass than run.
He brings all the intangibles. He's learned how to use all his talents. You know, and I tell him all the time, I said, God gave you these great talents. Use them. Use all of them, right? And he's really starting to develop into his own of who he is. Because Jalen, he doesn't want to be so-and-so. He doesn't want to be so. He wants to be Jalen Milroe. And I said, that's fine. You set your own bar.
The Georgia Bulldogs have won 2 of the last 3 national titles. After missing the playoff last year, the Dogs seem like a pretty good bet to make this year's 12-team field. Quarterback Carson Beck returns for his senior season, and some NFL scouts believe he could be the first quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. There was a time when Carson thought baseball might be his future. At one point, he was committed to Florida for baseball, but during his junior year at Mandarin High School, he decided football was the way he wanted to go.
It was probably this past season, like during the junior season, and my dad was like you got to go hit. Like, you haven't hit in like a month. I was like I'm enjoying football right now. Like, obviously we had a great season this past year, and I just wasn't enjoying baseball as much as I was football. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on football. Obviously big. I feel like strong arm, very accurate. I think the biggest part of my game is definitely the mental side of it, and just understanding defenses and coverages, all that type of stuff, and understanding where to go with the ball. I'm kind of a guy that likes to compete against himself, so I like to compete against myself. So if I don't have a really good ball, I'll be like, okay, next one's going to be even better. It's going to be perfect.
LSU has to replace Heisman winner Jaden Daniels at quarterback, but they have a player they're excited about in redshirt junior Garrett Nussmeier. His father, Doug, who is currently the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback coach, has been an assistant at the college and pro levels for more than 20 years. Garrett has always been close to his dad during his career, and he's picked up a lot, not only from his father, but also the players he's coached.
I think the coolest thing that I ever got to experience was, being a 12-year-old kid standing on the field watching confetti fall after your dad just won a national championship at the University of Alabama. So, I've gotten to see these guys and watch how they interact in their college locker room, watch how they carry themselves on a day-to-day basis.
We have a quarterback creed and one of the bullets is you're going to receive far too much credit when things go good and far too much blame when things go bad. And he understands that, and he has the poise that you would want in a leader.
As for the new kids on the block in the SEC, there's plenty of buzz about the Texas Longhorns. A playoff team a year ago, Texas returned starting quarterback Quinn Ewers. Quinn was a 5-star prospect at South Lake Carroll High School in Texas. And after his junior season, he was the #1 ranked player in his class. But he would always tell younger players to ignore rankings and just focus on the work that goes into achieving them.
I'd honestly just say, don't chase offers, don't chase rankings. Play your game and make sure you work every day. Just don't chase all that other stuff. The other stuff will come if you work. I mean, work honestly is just, doing off season, not skipping workouts, doing that extra stuff, staying after everybody's gone and, maybe getting another set in, some more reps in, stuff like that.
The Longhorns are joined by their rivals, the Oklahoma Sooners, as newcomers in the SEC. But OU will be ushering in a new starter behind center. After Dylan Gabriel transferred to Oregon, the Sooners are ready for the Jackson Arnold era. Arnold was the Gatorade National Player of the Year after his senior season at Denton Guyer High School in Texas.
Not only is he incredibly arm talented, not only is he very athletic, not only does he have great leadership skills, it's combining those three with just having a really good sense about himself and being a young man that is always trying to improve his game, but not being so hard on himself that he doesn't allow himself to have fun out on the field. And when you put all of the things that he has together and you wrap it up in the type of person that he is, that's how a guy goes from being a 4-star to a 5-star.
I think the higher level stuff, like being able to identify defenses, makes me appreciate the game that much more. It makes me think about how fascinating this game is, like how simple it seems to everybody else. But as the quarterback position, you go into film, meetings, all this, and you dissect all this, and it's actually really complicated. Like I can make it simple, but in theory, it's pretty complicated. It's just pretty cool seeing how all that just comes together on the football field.
While it certainly won't be easy in the SEC, Arnold, who is just a sophomore, has the potential to be the Sooners' next great quarterback prospect. Thanks for checking out Sports Stars of Tomorrow on YouTube. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a like, and please subscribe to our channel so you see all of the latest content.